Okay, so now guys, we got this bad boy del Gardin from our garden in the morning, and we're going to show you how we cook it.
Hortaliza.
¿Cómo, mi amor?
Hortaliza.
Hortaliza. So it's a vegetable garden in Spanish. This is a calavasita, and in English, it's not a squash, it's a zucchini. So these have been my new favorites. They are super sharp and really cool. So I try, when I do the calavasitas, hacerlas as thin as I can, and just be careful with your fingers, of course, so that way you don't get too close to the edge. So.
What knives are those, honey? What are they called? Tamadachi? Something like that? Tomadochi?
I think so. I don't even know. We got
They're from Sam's, right?
Special at Sam's. And
shout out.
Shout out. That's our favorite, one of our favorite stores. I think we only paid like, what, $8 for like a whole pack. They were in special. They were like super clearance. It was awesome. And they are super sharp. They're super awesome. I'm going to come around and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. This is actually, I usually use extra virgin olive oil, but this is a little bit of grapeseed oil with olive oil. And I do maybe about, I would say 2 tablespoons, and maybe like 1/4 of a cup of garlic, because garlic is amazing. So I let that saute for a little bit there as I finish this. Zucchini, esta calabacita, it was from this morning. We just got it out and it's fresh, and we try to always make them the same days. So now I just cut these. These are pretty huge. These are amazing when you saute them in olive oil, just like this, like a big potato, con poquita salt and pepper.
You know what? They would taste good. You know how we should try them?
How?
We should like bread them and then like kind of like fry them.
Oh, that could be our next.
I think that would be
kind
really
of like fried pickles, but fried zucchini.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's throw these bad boys in here. I'm gonna glaze them a little bit more with olive oil. And I'm gonna put about half of this. This is about 1 big scoop. So I'm gonna put probably about half, which might be like 1 tablespoon at a time of this. Just so I could taste it, because it gives it a different
What is this?
Butter. Just butter. Mantequilla. Y ahora, I'm going to start spicing it up a little bit. So here, I just have a little bit of kosher salt, sal, with a little bit of basil. And this is chicken bouillon, or nor de pollo. So,
Bouillon.
bouillon, poquito de ese, y poquita sal, and I want more of the basil. So I'm gonna start letting these saute in here for a little bit. Now that I did that, I want to tell you guys about where I'm gonna put all the veggies. I put about 2 tomatoes in here, 1 whole white onion in here. Cheese is optional because my hubby no le gusta el queso. So.
No cheese for me.
And then I put un chile jalapeño, and I minced up from our garden our albahaca, our basil, with cilantro. Okay, so my calabacitas are not gonna fit in this pan, so I'm gonna saute all the veggies separate with garlic and olive oil, and I'm going to put all the calabacitas in a high fire, medium high on this side, so they can get a little bit softer for us. So I'm going to start putting all our veggies over here. I'm going to start the same way I did the last time. A little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter. let's start putting all our veggies. Siempre empiezo un poquito con the hardest veggies to cook, which is onion, but our magic ingredient, garlic. Garlic makes everything taste so much better. Let's put all of our baby garlic in here, raise the heat, and we can also throw in our onions. Pimienta, poquita sal y poquito perejil. Put them here together. So kind of go around the edges to get all that butter. Let it glaze up a little bit. We're not trying to really saute them fully. Nomás queremos que se cocinen, que no estén muy cruditas. So I'm gonna start doing what I usually do and add all of my jalapenos in here. And I'm gonna wait for my fresh herbs till the very last. So a little bit of them went. Está bien. Jalapeños puse. Y luego ahorita voy a empezar a echar el tomate y el elote. Corn and tomato. This is about 2 tomatoes and 1 whole thing of corn, but Sal's not really big on putting too much corn in the calabasitas. So vamos a hacer half of the can. And if we want more, we can always add it. So we do about that.
Tell everybody how much you used to cook when we first started cooking.
When we moved in together, when we got married.
When we first moved in together, could you cook much?
No, I didn't know how to cook much, but that wasn't my fault.
And she's a pro now.
We were teaching ourselves
I
how
had to
to cook.
teach this woman how to cook.
I think the first time we made spaghetti and meatballs the first time. Now I can make homemade spaghetti and meatballs with real tomatoes. I don't use ragu anymore. I can show you guys that later. I just do a bunch of tomatoes, veggies, and herbs and stuff. The first time, how do we do it, babe? We put tomato sauce, tomato sauce with noodles just boiled, and I don't even think we put
In our college days when we were
ground
living
beef or
together.
anything. Yeah, it was not meat sauce. It was just saucy pasta and noodles. But you can't blame us. We were young, inexperienced, and now we've been able to get better at all this. And when you cook like this, you actually enjoy eating it. You enjoy cooking it. You enjoy spending that time doing it. Just makes everything so much better. Okay, so as you can tell, these delicious ones are already starting to get a little soft, which is what I wanted. So I'm going to throw them in this pot. Let me get my gloves real quick, baby. Boom, you're fine. And then I'm gonna throw them in this pot, and then I'm going to bring it to the big fire. Here we go. Get all that juice in there. Let me mix that up. And now I'm going to drag this one slightly over here because this is our big fire. So I usually go outside. You can see our garden from here. No,
Come on.
afuera, and I
It's the
just grab
glare.
a piece. Yeah, I think more or less, you know where it's located.
It's beyond the trampoline and the swings. I don't know how much you can see.
And the reason I use jalapenos, they tend not to be too spicy for the kids. If I use serranos or habaneros, then the calabasitas would be super spicy, a little bit crunchy.
Try this.
Tell me if it's delicious. And we're ready to serve. So, on mine, for all you cheese lovers out there, a los que les encanta el queso con elotito,
Boo.
cuando recién sale, I literally put a tower of this. It's so bad, but I love it this much. It's so delicious on top.
You should be a Green Bay Packer fan. I'm not a cheesehead, I'm a Bear fan.
Oh. And estas son sopita de conchas on the side. So I put a couple of these bad boys. And I'm gonna serve the kids and serve you, baby, with our tostadas de aguacate. And you cannot forget our salsa verde and salsa roja. I'll get the salsa. So let me serve the kids and then we can eat.
So we have this delicious food and we're going to go ahead and say grace. Gracias Padre bendito por esta comida, Señor. Úsala, Señor, para bien, con nutrición. Gracias, Señor, por esta linda familia, por estos hijos, Señor, por todo lo que tú provees de más. En el nombre de Cristo Jesús, te damos gracias, Señor. Amén.
Amen. For our Savior, with our only sister.
Okay, listen.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for this food. Amen.
Thank you, Father, for this food and thank you for the meal and thank you for this family and make us so baby.
All right. Good. Dig in.
Delicious.
Let's see.
You try the calavasitas.
Look at all this cheese.
Not even hard at all. You can taste the parsley.